Oh, Mr. President, thank you very much for such nice and warm words and a warm welcome. If I start with Madaraka Day, I was pleasantly surprised and honored to receive the invitation to go there and celebrate this national holiday with you, with your people. And I'm looking really forward to be in other part of the Kenya. You know, the world is having a lot of problems. You know, the world is having a lot of problems nowadays. And believing in United Nations and international law and humanitarian law, this is something very close to my heart, and I know it's very close to the heart of your President as well. So Slovenia and Kenya are going to cooperate on this multilateral fora, the only one we do have. And I think it's really very important to ascend this. We are going to see each other, I'm pretty sure, in September in New York when the General Assembly meeting is going to take place. So this is what we have to work on, together with an open dialogue. Your President mentioned the conflicts that you do have here in Africa. We, of course, also discussed the problems, the conflicts that we have in Europe and in Middle East. The war between Russia and Ukraine, you know, the Palestine issue, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. So this is what we have to discuss. We have to be open in dialogue, and we have to all try and strive to find solutions. This is your President's wish, and this is my wish. So this is what we have in common. I had an honor and the privilege yesterday, Mr. President, and I thanked you today at the bilateral talks that you offered me a wonderful companion to spend some time with me driving from the airport to the hotel. This is the young lady, the minister who's in charge of environment. And I know that environment is also very close to your heart. And we had a wonderful discussion about what's at stake. And we have to remain green at our hearts. Your project to build 15 billion trees, I can only applaud and say thank you for that, because you're not doing this only for Kenya. You're doing it for the whole planet, and that's what we have to realize. And we are going to meet each other at the COP30 in Brazil as well to discuss the climate crisis and climate change. So this is what our two countries are all about. And the discussions that we are having are only going to gain the friendship between Slovenia and Kenya, Mr. President. I do hope we will cooperate in economic field as well. You know, it's a lot of maneuvering space for that. I have the team from Ministry of Foreign Affairs here who will tackle these topics as well to see where the collaboration can strengthen. And I think that we can learn from each other. You said that Slovenia is very strong in artificial intelligence. It is. Some say that we have the most AI experts per capita in the world. We have our own little Silicon Valley, like you are trying to have, and you already do have it in Kenya. Artificial intelligence is one field. Pharmaceutical, agriculture. You said you're a farmer, sir. I'm not, I'm only a lawyer, sorry, and I apologize to Mr. President also on bilateral talks. But farming and agriculture is something that we do share as well. You know, food security is getting more and more important in every single country. And the wonderful joint project that we do have in common already is the Space SI. We are a space nation, yeah, but we do have a tiny little satellite which has a possibility and capability to monitor rivers, to predict the floods. And this is what we already cooperate on, Mr. President. Kenya and Slovenia and our little tiny satellite who can, you know, give us a lot of important and interesting data. Just to let you know, this tiny little satellite is also used to supervise the river Ganges in India. So it really is quite capable. Of course, Slovenia and Kenya have one more thing in common, and that's water diplomacy and water supply. Slovenian companies are trying to boost the water efficiency in Kenya with technologies that we do have. And of course, innovation is always a door to progress. Kenyan people are innovative, Slovenian people are innovative. So let's try and see what we can do with shaking hands, with cooperation. And once again, Mr. President and the people of Kenya, I cannot tell you how much privileged I do feel to be here, and especially I have to send this again because honestly I didn't expect the invitation to be the speaker at your Madaraka Day. And believe me, I will try to reveal my soul and the soul of Slovenian people to your people tomorrow. And I really am looking forward to that. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to spend 3 marvelous days in your country. And Mr. President, you are more than welcome to visit Slovenia anytime. Thank you very much for everything, for those first couple of hours in Kenya, 2.5 days more to come. And I'm pretty sure that I will say thank you many, many more times for the hospitality. Thank you a lot.
And with that, Your Excellency, that brings us to the end of the joint press briefing. And we'll now all rise as we allow